Hey guys, I'm Saurav. Welcome to my channel. Now, this doesn't look usual, I know, right? But today we are trying something very different. Today, we are trying to shoot a cinematic sequence but with a smartphone. You people are going to see the behind the scenes, and also I'll share some tips as we are going to shoot the video. You people are going to see something new, we are going to try something new. So without wasting any time, let's get started. The phone I'm using right now is a LG G8X. It's a dual screen phone, and the dual screen really comes very handy for a photographer and a videographer like me. In video mode, you can use the standard lens as well as the wide angle lens, and the wide angle lens really comes very handy when you want that wide immersive look. Talking about the dual display, when I'm recording the video, I can see the duration of the video, and also at the same time, I can see the playback of it and use the main display as the live view. So for recording video, I feel this is a really handy option. The complete video is being shot in 4K. This particular phone is capable of shooting in 4K 30 fps and 4K 60 fps. The final outcome is of 30 fps, so 90% of the shots are being shot at 30 fps. But in case we need to slow down the footage a bit, we can use the 4K 60 fps, slow it down by 50% and still get a very high quality video. Now in terms of slow motion, if the action is very quick and you want to slow it down more, this particular phone can also shoot in 1080p, 120 and 240 fps. Having these many options in such a compact device is actually very helpful for a run and gun videographer. One thing you might have noticed in the video is that there are multiple shots of the same scene. So what we did is we shot the same scene with different camera angles and different perspective. The reason for doing that is to maintain the flow, but at the same time to make the video look interesting. If it would have been a single shot, again it would have looked boring. Initially we are shooting a wider frame where you can see a bit of the location as well, and then we switch to a tighter frame where the focus is on the subject and the action the subject is performing. This is a very simple and effective step to maintain an overall flow and to convey the story. Talking about camera settings, we have two different options, auto mode and manual mode. Now, most of the times we were shooting in auto mode because we save a lot of time and we can focus on the framing and composition. So the question is, sort of when to use manual mode? The answer to that is, if the lighting conditions are tricky, I would recommend you to switch to manual mode. In manual mode, you can fix the ISO and the shutter speed, thereby fixing the exposure. You can also fix the focus and white balance. So when you're recording the video, you don't have to worry about the settings getting changed. Now in manual video, we saw that we can fix the focus on the subject, but actually we can also change the focus while shooting the video. Right now, what I'm doing is I'm switching to manual focus, and I have some flowers in the foreground and the mountains in the background. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to slowly pull the focus from the foreground to the background. Now this is a very good technique that I use with cameras and lenses, but you can use it with a smartphone too. This technique I feel is very good to add depth in your videos. So right now I'm shooting a time lapse. Now when you're shooting cinematic sequences, if you have different kind of videos like normal videos, slow motion, time lapses, then your videos look much more interesting. I'm recording the time lapse at 4K with 1 FPS. And the ability to shoot internal 4K time-lapse without any post-processing, I think, is a very good option. One very important aspect of shooting cinematic videos is camera movement. Now, you have two options, either to shoot a stable shot or use some kind of camera movement. Stable shots are great. It's not distracting, the viewer is able to focus on the subject. But if you use only stable shots, your videos will look boring. That is where you can use camera movements. Now the thing that you have to understand about camera movement is make sure you have a proper intention behind every camera movement. Because what can happen is the camera movement actually can be distracting and it won't help you to convey the story. The goal of shooting a cinematic video is to convey the story, right? So you have to make sure, even if you're using any kind of movement, make sure it is consistent throughout the videos and it helps to convey the story and not the other way around. We did use a gimbal for some of the shots, and the thing is, using a mobile gimbal is actually a very good idea, but it's not possible every time. And at such times, the optical image stabilization feature of the LG G8X comes really handy. If there's a lot of movement, I can use the electronic stabilization as well and shoot smooth videos handheld. I've seen a lot of videos shot at eye level, but the thing is, if you're shooting everything at eye level, it kind of becomes a boring perspective. So what I'm trying to do here is I'm low to the ground, I'm using the flowers as the foreground and I'm adding a bit of depth to the video. Just by simple change of perspective, you can see a simple video getting converted into an interesting one. Talking about shooting a cinematic sequence, it's always better to pre-plan your shots. Because once you arrive in this location and you start shooting randomly, it's not going to help. When you pre-plan your shots, it will help you to stay organized, but at the same time, you also have to be a lot dynamic. Just because you have planned something, it doesn't mean you cannot shoot outside the plan. So when you come to the location, spend some time, explore the location and then start shooting. That's it from this video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I tried something new and hope you had fun. If you liked the video, press the like button. If you're new to the channel, you should consider subscribing for more such good content. I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Bye.